Pond5.com.
Just 11 days after winning his maiden first time out at Leopardstown, War Command was sent to Royal Ascot for the Coventry Stakes, where he put in a power-packed display.
It's War Command that showed the best turn of foot and has sprinted clear of Sir John Hawkins in second place, and it's War Command and Shamie Heffernan who are going to absolutely floor them here. War Command by 5 or 6 from Parpold in second.
And it is a warlike double for Aidan O'Brien. Declaration of war in the first, War Command in the Coventry, who started so slowly he was stone last. But look at the energy he injects into the race here, the length of his stride and the way he absolutely powers clear. This is very, very impressive, Mick.
This is a mightily impressive performance, like you say, but as well by the breeder, Joseph Allen. He's bred this horse. He's bred Declaration of War, who's won as well today. So today is the day he will never forget. But you see a 2-year-old putting that much daylight between himself and the rest. That's the sign of a good horse.
Dawn approached, did it, went on to win the Guineas. Could War Command win the first classic of next season? A superb career has begun here at Ascot. Here's Emma.
Shamie, we're just talking about some brilliant winners of the Coventry in the past. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, I've probably ridden all of Aidan's Coventry winners at some stage, but none of them on the track. I'd say it's my first ride in the race. I doubt if I'd want to win as easy as this fella.
We've got a 5 furlong race to come that'll give us a good guide as to how strong this time was, but the visual impression couldn't have been more striking.
He was a horse who was quite physically imposing, and I think that's what'll be attractive to breeders. I think they'll be quite surprised when they go and look at him at Coolmore in the flesh, exactly what sort of physical specimen he is. And he was one of the most handsome looking horses in the paddock, if not the most handsome, before the Coventry.
In the Galileo Futurity, he had a comfortable 3 lengths to spare over the useful Mustajeeb.
War Command now picking up on the near side, racing now towards the final furlong, and it's Friendship now headed by War Command, who's quickening up now in good style and running up towards the finish. It's the Coventry Stakes winner, racing on to a clear-cut victory for Joseph O'Brien.
He put up a very good performance in Ireland in the Futurity Stakes, where he beat Exogenesis and Mustajeeb, who won the Jersey Stakes this year. Exogenesis was a pretty good horse in Ireland. He won 3 on the bounce before he went to that particular race. So he beat them well, and that was undoubtedly a good performance. And then he rounded off the season in good style with a smooth performance in the Dewhurst.
War Command is asked to go and win the race now. Cable Bay running a blinder on the near side as they meet the rising ground. Then the great outstrip. War Command pulls the length clear of Cable Bay, who's coming back at him. War Command from Cable Bay up towards the line, and War Command lifts the Dewhurst.
We were worried about the ground, but listen, he got away with it, which is great.
I thought it was quite interesting for a horse who appeared to show quite a bit of speed in the Coventry earlier in the season, that now he's really coming to himself and he's developing physically, that he looks more of a galloping type. Is that fair?
He's an unbelievable specimen physically. To look at him, the movement and the power and the strength, you know. He's relaxing now, but listen, he ran a very good race. He's never ran. He's always finishing, Nick. Mightn't maybe gone a little bit lazy when he gets there, but the season has been long, you know. But travelled great through the race today.
He's by a stallion that's becoming very interesting for you and your team, Warfront. He's also the sire of Declaration of War, who runs in the same ownership. What are their qualities and characteristics? Can you pin down any particular traits in this sire's progeny?
Yeah, they're physically very strong. Unbelievably strong and powerful, great minds, travel very strong through the races. Both those that you mentioned, they travel very strong, a lot of class, you know. It's very hard to beat that pace, and when a horse travels with movement like that and they have strength and constitutions, it's magic really.
I think if you asked anybody in Europe, in European racing, what the most significant 2-year-old race was, it's still the Dewhurst Stakes.
The Dewhurst Stakes has a roll of honour to rival or better pretty much any juvenile race in Europe. So if you're looking for a precocious juvenile, the race you want to win is the Coventry Stakes. And if you're looking for a potential champion juvenile towards the end of the season, it's the Dewhurst. War Command won both those races.
Allied to War Command's superb 2-year-old race record is a very fine pedigree. By Warfront, one of the most sought-after stallions in North America, his Damn Wandering Star by Red Ransom won the Atalanta Stakes over a mile at Sandown for James Fanshawe, before adding the Grade 2 E.P. Taylor Stakes at Woodbine.
Yeah, War Command was very impressive in the Coventry Stakes. He was slightly slowly away, but that didn't stop him storming home to win by 6 lengths. It was a tremendous performance, and he went on during the rest of the season to prove he was every bit worth the extended margin, winning the Futurity by 3 and the Dewhurst. The hallmark of this horse was his ability to thrive off fast fractions on fast ground, and those are very much qualities of his sire line, that of Warfront, and before him Danzig, the sire who, in my opinion, is the most influential sire of the second half of the 20th century in global terms.
One of the best 2-year-olds of his generation, and a good-looking, strongly made individual with plenty of size and scope. He's a seriously exciting prospect.